Ren finds himself in the Velvet Room where Igor informs him that he has failed his mission of rehabilitation.
The game has now ended with a loss. The responsibility proved too great for you.
I lost. Oh, I can't believe it.
With that decree, the price is execution.
Oh no. Sir, you're going to kill him? Whatever our master desires. Something like this proves he's not an upstanding prisoner.
Why did you two hesitate just now? Ren is let out of his prison cell and is about to be executed.
Now we are going to carry out your sentence. Are we really going to kill him? The prisoner should have known what would happen if he lost the game.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
However, Ren refuses to give up.
I'm not finished. Not yet.
I'm back, baby.
Still got some fire in you? Very well.
Then all of a sudden...
Execute the prisoner now.
Don't you remember? We both have our own duty. We took an oath that we would never kill. The time for our wish to be realized is now.
Caroline and Justine explained to Ren that they were originally one person, that they were torn in two.
So I guess that means we were captives, just the same as you are. We learned that truth from a prisoner.
The twins order Ren to help them fuse back together, and Ren agrees.
You better be careful. Please, it's time.
They're executed and have been fused back to their original form. Ren is introduced to the warden of the Velvet Room, Lavenza.
I sought time and space for help. That's when I found you in that room. Not just for the sake of the world, for you as well.
That's right, the voice that Ren has been hearing, as well as the voice you hear whenever you form a new bond in the original game, was actually Lavenza. Lavenza thanks Ren for saving her, and she reveals that the master standing before them is actually an imposter.
You'll find the game isn't over yet. I am the Holy Grail. They have embraced denial, and all of your efforts shall vanish.
So all along, the one who's been leading Ren on his mission of rehabilitation was the Holy Grail, and that means Ren was being used and had been sent on a wild goose chase.
I believe there is some worth in reevaluating you.
And this here is another crucial part of the story. In the original game, the Holy Grail will give you a chance whether or not to accept his deal to put reality back to normal and let everyone know that the Phantom Thieves exist, so they'll be hailed as heroes. But this will result in the Holy Grail continuing to control the masses in the Metaverse, so you need to think very carefully about what you think the right call should be. Ren then makes his remark about this deal.
That's not a world. It's a prison.
Then you have no usefulness to me.
Hey, where'd he go?
And with that, both Igor and Lavenza's Confidant arcs have been completed, and that concludes all of the Confidant arcs in Ren's journey. Igor's arc has no relevance, but for Lavenza's arc, you'll need to fuse various personas as well as have them possess certain skills to rank them up. They all make their reports about your request achievements, and what's more, they seem to show some signs of them warming up to you, which could have been a sign of what they once were. And for their perks, you'll be allowed to fuse more than 2 personas at a time, allow you to lead personas to learn attribute resistances, increase the number of possible persona fusions, and be allowed to pay to create personas of a higher level. What's more, in Royal, you can even take the twins on various dates in various locations in Tokyo to help them learn about the real world and its cultures. On top of that, there's even a secret boss fight where if you beat them, you'll be able to obtain various items, including the most powerful item in the Persona franchise, the Omnipotent Orb. Just as the Holy Grail vanishes, another light appears before the two.
Are you okay, Master?
It's been quite a while since I've been in this room.
Nope, it's not a trick. What you're all seeing here is the real Igor, voiced by Kirk Thornton, best known as Klein from the Sword Art Online series, Sykes from the Kingdom Hearts series, and Shadow the Hedgehog from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. And here's a fun fact that I learned from my brother who let me borrow his copy of the game. In the previous Persona installment, starting with the original Persona 3, Igor in the Japanese versions had been consistently voiced by Isamu Tanonaka. However, he passed away on January February 13th, 2010, which was 6 years, 8 months, and 2 days before the game's Japanese release. So in Persona 5, Atlus brought Masane Tsukayama to voice the fake Igor, and for the real Igor, they used some of Tanonaka's unused recordings.
まずは再会を喜ぶとしよう。おお、覚醒を果たしたな。それも特別な力のようだ。これでようやく構成を始められる。
ようこそ我がベルベットルームへ。私の名はイゴール。お初にお目にかかります。
Just goes to show that some voices cannot be replaced. Levens informs Ren that it will be impossible to defeat the Holy Grail by himself, but luckily he won't be alone because all of his teammates are alive and are in the Velvet Room as well.
Oh, thank goodness!
With time quickly running out, Ren sets off to rescue his teammates. We then go to another montage of Ren rescuing his teammates, while in reality, all of his other confidants witness the changing of reality. Ren brings all of his friends back to the center, where Ren encourages them to help him save all of Japan.
Okay, we choose. Stay here and do nothing, or we go back and fight.
However, they all doubt that they'll be able to win this fight. But then...
I don't know how much I can help, but you know...
You're so freaking strong, dude.
Each one of Ren's teammates remembers how they were before they met each other and decide to repay Ren for helping them claw their way out of the depths of their own hell.
Being in a prison like this just reminds me of the first time that we met. You're always pulling my sorry ass out of the fire.
I don't ever want to give up that feeling. If I did, I don't think I could ever look Shiho in the eye. Let's do this, thieves!
You guys were always pushing me to better myself, even when I pushed back. We'll repaint this world, replacing despair with beauty and hope.
The justice that I hold is more important than that. We're going to win. It's time for the Phantom Thieves to bring him down. I want to face the truth, no matter what happens. And I'm gonna make him pay.
Even when we're feeling frustrated, we would do anything to stay together. All we need is each other. So why don't we be on our way? It's about time we took that treasure.
Let's end this thing right here! Right now!
Now these are my kind of people.
He's alive! He's alive!
That's right, Morgana has returned, and what's more, he's finally gotten his memories back. Morgana was actually created in the Velvet Room. He had been sent to destroy the evil that had been wreaking havoc in the Metaverse. He had to locate the trickster and lend his assistance in defeating this evil. It had taken control over the Velvet Room, and Igor used the last of his strength to create Morgana.
He is referring to himself as a god. It is a fusion of the mass's distorted desire.
So the center of Mementos was combined with the distorted desires of all the shadows who inhabited it, and that's what created a so-called god of distortion.
To decide the world's fate, it chose two people with potential. The first was quick to incite distortions, Goro Akachi.
Unbelievable. So even Akachi was a victim of this god's manipulation.
The second was a trickster, the one to stand against him, Ren Amamiya. The evil entity laughed at the rules of the game, and it sought to prove that humans were utterly powerless.
So from what I understand, this god was afraid of Ren's potential. All he needed was to find some way to watch over Ren, and that's when he came up with the idea to send him on his mission of rehabilitation. It was to make sure he would go running around in circles until he hit a dead end, and that's when the god's full power would awaken.
It's a theory, but it's the best guess I could come up with.
You have carefully followed Morgana's guidance and earned the trickster name.
Congratulations!
Are you prepared to challenge this evil deity to reclaim your existence in your own reality?
Of course.
And with that, Ren has strengthened all of his teammates' confidants. And in the original game, maxing out their confidants will also trigger their second awakenings, meaning their personas will be able to evolve like their Pokemon. Zoro will evolve into Mercurius, Captain Kid will evolve into Satan Taisei, Carmen will evolve into Hekate, Goemon will evolve into Kamu Susanoo, Johanna will evolve into Anat, Necronomicon will evolve into Prometheus, and Melody will evolve into Astarte. Now that the Phantom Thieves are ready to take back the country, they make their way out of the Velvet Room and re-enter Shibuya, or rather, what's left of it.
This is a nightmare.
The Holy Grail still has control.
That's the quarantine cell.
It was actually the Velvet Room, which had been swallowed by the distortions.
That's disturbing.
So if that's where you were born and it was meant to house a criminal, the criminal you were thinking of must have been him!
Holy cow! You just blew my mind!
I wouldn't be surprised if Joker had been under that god's influence for a while. You're glowing! Now that I've got my memories back, I totally know what I'm supposed to do.
Morgana's glowing is able to help a few people remember the Phantom Thieves, which means they still have hope to save everyone. However, it's still not enough, and so they set off back to the center of Mementos. They manage to make their way back to the center where the god still taking the form of Igor awaits them. And so the god decides to stop playing games and reveals his true form.
I am the ruler born of the human unconscious.
The god's true form is known as Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth is based off of the Demiurge, an artisan figure responsible for fashioning and maintenance of the physical universe, but not the true creator deity. Although commonly depicted as willfully ignorant of the spiritual universe, the figure itself, along with the materials it uses to create and fashion the universe, are considered uncreated and eternal, or copies of the product of another being depending on the system. Yaldabaoth was the one who's been pulling the strings on all the distortion that has been happening all throughout the country, and he plans to put everyone under his control and destroy the last person's free will until they're nothing but slaves to their own distorted desires.
And now that the foolishness has been irrefutably proven, I am tasked with purging them.
And with that, the final battle begins.
I mean, we're fighting against an actual god. All we need is each other, and we can take on anything. Let's do this.
I hereby release upon you the deadly sin of lust.
In the original game, Yaldabaoth attacks using different items that correspond with the deadly sins of the previous palaces, and being struck by any of them will result in a different affinity which cannot be reversed. The Phantom Thieves try to attack, however they have no effect on the god.
You have reached the end.
You might be the source of our problems, but we're all here to face them!
Same here! Fuck yeah!
Ren then unleashes another persona, Vishnu. Vishnu is based off of one of the primary deities in the Hindu pantheon. In Hindu religion, Vishnu is one of the three principal deities of the Trimurti, along with Brahma the creator and Shiva the destroyer. As the preserver, Vishnu maintains balance within the world and reincarnates into multiple avatars as needed. Yaldabaoth releases his ultimate attack, the Gate of Destruction, and immobilizes all of the Phantom Thieves.
We can't let it end! We're all gonna die!
The Phantom Thieves then hear voices of the public that they're starting to lose their support.
I guess they failed.
At least they gave us a good show.
He's a god and they're just humans.
They mock your revolt against a god.
With that, Morgana shares a speech about never giving up the one thing that makes everyone human: hope.
That stuff is powerful! The Phantom Thieves are never gonna yield! This world is ours, and it's time for us to take it back!
I can't believe how wonderful that speech was.
I can't either. Move me to tears.
And this speech is receiving attention from the public, triggering all of Ren's confidants to shout out their support for the Phantom Thieves.
When will you stop running from the truth?
So you must be a supporter of the Phantom Thieves too.
I'll scream until my throat hurts if it'll help them win.
Come on, guinea pig. Show them what you got.
Taking a fight they can't win.
Get to it!
You better win this one!
I know that all of you can stand against whatever is in your way.
Never stop fighting. You taught me that. Hang in there, thieves! You got this!
Get back up! Don't surrender now!
I will always believe in you!
This is the end. We're counting on you.
What's wrong? It's far too early for checkmate.
And as a result of that, everyone is giving them their support again, causing their popularity to skyrocket.
You hear that? Those are the voices of the humans you despise!
That's right, and they're not praying for you.
Don't give up!
Woo, we're counting on you guys up there!
I'm totally back on your side now!
Come on, Phantom Thieves, show this country that you truly are justice.
Get up! Get up! You have to fight!
Get up, you son of a bitch!
Win this! Beat him!
What? More?
And now it's time for Ren's full potential.
think I just peed a little.
Ren's newly evolved persona is Sataniel. Sataniel is based off the archangel of the same name mentioned in the second book of Enoch that led to the fallen angels who rebelled against God by refusing to bow to the human Enoch, leading to his imprisonment. What's more, in some Gnostic traditions, Sataniel is believed to be an angel that once served Yaldabaoth. He rebelled when he realized that Yaldabaoth was not the true God and granted humanity the knowledge to liberate themselves from Yaldabaoth. Ren then gathers the support of the public and manifests it into a weapon against the god.
You dare steal the wishes of humanity?
Be gone.
Time to say your own prayers, Yaldabaoth.
Godlike. It might surpass that of our own. Cursed Igor.
Smell my ass!
The treasure of mementos has taken physical form, and that means Morgana's mission has been completed. However,
all of this is the product of cognition. You can remake yourself how you like, even when it feels like only darkness lies ahead. Take the hands of your closest friends.
Don't go.
the others return to Shibuya, which is now back to normal. Not only that, the meta-nav is now gone, which means mementos along with the metaverse as a whole has been destroyed.
What's with all the long faces, guys? Mona would laugh at us right now.
Everything seems okay.
If Morgana were here, I'm sure he'd say the same.
There's no way we're getting Shido. Have you heard what they're saying about?
My sister promised us she would take care of it.
So I guess it's the prosecutor's job from here on, huh?
And just in time too, as it is now Christmas Eve and the first snowfall occurs.
No wonder you're so cold.
You guys think we might get a white Christmas?
It's Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas! And a bah humbug to you.
Ren meets up with Science Shibuya Station, who thanks him for everything he's done. However, there's still one more thing he needs to do.
I want you to turn yourself in. If I'm going to have any chance of locking up Shido, I'll need your testimony. As long as they get their testimony, they'll be happy.
So in order for Sai to officially prosecute Shido and get him imprisoned, Ren has to turn himself in to testify as the leader of the Phantom Thieves. This truly is a morally conflicting pickle he's in right now.
They're never going to acknowledge you as heroes. I will expose every crime Shido has committed.
It's the only way.
With that, Ren gets sent away and gives his testimony.
This group has previously admitted to committing a number of crimes. You have a prior conviction as well.
Ren then spends the rest of the month in prison. However, there was still hope for him while he was in solitary confinement. And what I mean by that is in the original game, every one of your confidants gives their support, assuring their peers that they should believe in you and demand your release. Makoto is on a phone call with the others to try to find more evidence against Shido, as well as convince another person to give their testimony. Sojiro defends your actions while he's being interrogated. Takemi plans to use you as a key figure for her medicine completion at a conference. Kawakami rallies the school staff to lend their support for you. UI tries to ask other Yakuza members for help to find someone who's part of public security. Mishima tries to get people to sign his petition for your release. Chihaya attempts to gather other people to start a police protest to repay you for changing their hearts. Oya tracks down the woman who testified against you the night you were arrested. Yoshida gives a statement that you were unjustly arrested due to the country's corrupt judicial system. Shinya plans to get his fellow gamers to help you so you two can have a fair rematch, and Hifumi gives her support during an interview. Ren then wakes up in the Velvet Room for the last time, where Igor and Lavenza congratulate him for saving the metaverse and reality from falling into chaos.
You've shouldered their burden once again. You chose to move down the correct path of your own volition.
And that means Ren's mission of rehabilitation has been completed and is rewarded with the final arcana and last step in the Fool's journey, the World Arcana.
Your existence has now filled the truth that you all share.
I couldn't have done it without you guys.
My duties here have come to an end as well.
So long, partner.
The following spring, Ren is now released just in time for Sojiro to pick him up. However, in the original game, just before your release, Sai talks to you one last time that she has successfully prosecuted Shido, and that she decides to fight for justice by becoming a defense attorney. Sojiro then reveals that everyone's testimonies, along with the woman who Shido had assaulted, had given enough evidence to give Shido his full conviction, and because of that, the original charge that got Ren arrested and put on probation has been rendered null and void, and Ren has finally gotten his name clear, has been given the justice he deserved. And now the corrupt as hell politician, formerly known as Masayoshi Shido, is behind bars where he belongs.
Don't drop the soap, big homie.
As to the Phantom Thieves case, well, let me tell you, there was plenty of wheeling and dealing behind the scenes. But I think I'll let everyone else tell you about that later.
Ren then returns to Leblon where he sees...
Morgana!
Got all 4 paws to prove it.
So as it turns out, Morgana's Metaverse form had vanished, however his cat form remained intact and he's now a cat in every sense of the word.
Welcome back! Welcome back! What the heck am I? Chopped liver?
Oh, on a side note, in the original game, you're able to date your female confidants, whether it's just one or many, and on Valentine's Day, whoever you hook up with will be your Valentine. I won't go into much detail, however, there is an OVA where you get to see all the different Valentine outcomes. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Alright, side note over, back to the review. The credits then roll and Ren goes all over Tokyo to say goodbye to his friends and other confidants. But in the original game, each confidant states what they'll be doing after you max them all out and gives you gifts to remember them by. Futaba reveals that she and her connected friend will be going to high school together and gives you her promise list. Sotro thanks you for helping him behind the counter and gives you his recipe notes after you give him your probation diary. Sai warns you about the dangers of other corrupt adults and gives you her business card. Takemi thanks you for helping perfect the medicine for her young patient and gives you a dog tag. Makoto thanks you for helping her face her fears and will be going to college to accomplish her dream to become a police commissioner and gives you a Bucci calculator. Kawakami thanks you for keeping her from retiring her maid services, encourages you to be a better student, and gives you an unlimited service flyer. Oya plans to write a story about her reconnected partner's case and gives you her interview notes. Chihaya has been receiving encouragement from her many clients and gives you faith along with the Fortune Tarot card. Mishima is almost ready with his Phantom Thieves documentary script and gives you his documentary plans. Shinya returns the lunch money he stole from the other student, thanks you for helping him reconnect with his mother and gives you a gun controller. Hifumi will have another shogi tournament, plans to give you her report when she wins and gives you a kosha piece. On plans to visit you during the holidays, reveals that a little girl she met in Shibuya wants to be like her when she gets older and gives you a copy of her next fashion magazine. Yusuke reflects on your time in mementos that inspired him to paint his winning artwork and gives you a copy of Desire and Hope. Yoshida thanks you for giving him your support during his speeches and gives you a fountain pen. Iwai reveals that his son got enrolled into Shujin Academy thanks to your help and gives you a gecko pin. Haru reveals her coffee business is going great as is about to open its first location, plans to be more mature when she starts college and gives you a dyed handkerchief. Ryuji plans to visit you in your hometown, plans to continue running and gives you a sports watch. And Lavenza thanks you for helping her change back to her true self and gives you a cell key. And just before you get ready to leave tomorrow, Morgana gives you his scarf as a reminder for every moment you spend together. After that, Ren heads to Shibuya Station where his friends volunteer to drive him back home.
How's it looking? Ready? Why is the guy who doesn't have any friggin' thumbs the one who needs to play mechanic?
Thumbs, baby. It's all about the thumbs.
You really have to be so eager to get back to real life?
You sure you want to go home already?
I really need to talk things out.
What they think about us doesn't really matter.
We'll decide for ourselves.
There we go.
All right, let's go.
Why aren't we moving? It's not starting! Well, the problem is that the car doesn't just go straight ahead, you know what I mean?
Come on, you know you want to, Inari.
So that was Persona 5 the animation. Man, it was a lot of work to put this whole review together, but nevertheless, it's finally done. And what do I think about this? Well, it certainly does maintain the faithfulness of this game. Granted, there were several parts from the game that got taken out here, but the animation, characters, and storytelling do somewhat make up for all these omissions. But as I said, there were a lot of things left out of this adaptation, so personally I wouldn't recommend watching this and just play the the original game or its remastered version instead to fully understand the universal praise it has garnered. And with the release of Persona 5 Tactica and Persona 5 The Phantom X since this review started, it looks like this game will be birthing spin-offs for years to come, especially when the rumored 6th installment will see the light of day. Persona 5 will still be kicking as Atlus's cash cow. So for that, I decided to rate this anime a 6.5 out of 10. While I have to say I'm very pleased that I was able to give some justice to this adaptation. I feel a strong bond with this review.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the fool, granting thee infinite power.
But what do you guys think? Do you agree with everything I described and pointed out? Was there anything I might have forgotten to mention? Was there another thing that should have been included that wasn't? Please leave me your thoughts in the comments section below. And hey, I might not be the only one who's trying to find the positives here. It would be nice to share some of my thoughts on this with other people. Alright everyone, thank you all for watching and I will see you all next time. This is Jordan Martinez signing out.